Sup with it, guys, you got Excellent Name here back again for NPL week. This is day 4 and today we are fighting Vepsis. This is a must-win game for me pretty much if I want to make it out of pools, and Vepsis has probably the hardest team draft-wise in the thing. Very solid matchup versus me, and obviously Vepsis is a very strong player. The biggest things I was fearing this game was Tapu Koko. Fast electrics just really destroy me, and my electric resists are mostly weak to fairy anyway. And also stuff like Raichu Alola could have been a really big issue as well, just because I struggle to outspeed that. But yeah, his defensive core is also pretty solid to beat me, but I end up bringing a team with Calm Mind, 3 attack Latios, being Ice Beam, Hidden Power Fire, and Draco Meteor, but he doesn't bring Ferrothorn, so Hidden Power Fire is kind of useless anyway. I'm holding a Lumberry because I fear like Toxic Gliscor or T-Wave on Ferrothorn. I've got Choice Scarf, Explosion, kind of bulky Lando T, with Hidden Power Ice to catch the Gliscor off guard. Sash, Swords Dance, Lycanroc, Dusk. Unfortunately, it does not get Ice Fang, so I'm going to have to rely on Stone Edge. Mega Charizard Y with Tailwind 3 attack, which should be a pretty solid win con if I can get a Tailwind up. His team does not swap into it very well with a little bit of chip onto the Tentacruel. Max Videf Kecleon with Rock Tomb, Knockoff, Recover, and Stealth Rocks. This is going to be my main way of dealing with stuff like the Koko, just because this thing takes hits like a champ. And then I've got a Choice Scarf Switcheroo Klefki with Spikes, Defog, and Flash Cannon. This is to try to maybe get a trick off onto Gliscor before he gets his Toxic Orb, maybe trick the Ferrothorn or the Uxie or something along those lines. I feel like I can get that trick off fairly easily. But yeah, he decides to lead with Gliscor. I just want to get rocks up as soon as possible, but because he does lead Gliscor, I decide to go for the knockoff first to see if I can get his Toxic Orb off, maybe force him out. Now I just double into Latios because I figure that he might want to go for a Toxic, as he is it's going way too fast. Might want to go for a Toxic because he did reveal Protect, which makes me think he might be that set. Lumberry Latios can pressure it with Ice Beam, but he does make the good play and goes into Incineroar. So then, as he goes into Incineroar, I feel like he's either going to U-turn, knock off, or go for the rock move, predicting my Charizard swap in. So I go into Klefki here, as he does go for the U-turn and brings in Guts, Flame Orb, Heracross, big threat. I just decided to sack Klefki because the things that I wanted it for, namely the Curon, didn't end up coming anyway. So just getting up that spike can do a lot of help in chipping down his Incineroar and his Koko and stuff like that. Pressures the Tentacruel to spin as well. And now I can go into Lycanroc because I threatened to kill this off, and that means I can get this free SD. I do have Focus Sash, so I can live the hit, go for the Stone Edge. As you can see, it is a 2-hit KO, which is going to really give me a lot of help because Gliscor is really important as a ground immunity to stop me from spamming Earthquake. But as you can see there, I do miss the Stone Edge, which is very demoralizing. Puts me really far back because if I hit that Stone Edge, not only did I kill the Gliscor, but I got like a huge chunk off onto either Uxie, Tapu Koko, or Tentacruel, or something along those lines. He didn't really have anything that wasn't going to take a huge hit from either the Stone Edge or the Accelerock to come in. So that's putting me really far in the back here. I decide that I want to go into Charizard here, can put on the pressure. I go for a Solar Beam here, predicting him to go into Tentacruel, but he does go for the Protect to get his Toxic healing up. As he goes into the Tentacruel here, I click Flamethrower because I figured he might go into Incineroar or something, but I didn't want to risk him going for the Rock move with Gliscor either. Now I go for the Solar Beam, just want to try to get this thing killed. As he now goes into Incineroar, I go for another Solar Beam, just thinking he might sack it since it's pretty low anyway. And now I go into Lando T, figuring he'll probably go for something along the lines of Dark Slide, thinking that Lando T should be able to take the hit. I go for the U-turn here onto the Uxie to bring in the Charizard Y, start threading it out. But I figure he probably will have T-Wave or maybe a Rock move, so I'm going to double back into Landorus to put the pressure on with another U-turn. As he does reveal to have that T-Wave, I can get another U-turn off to chip it down, which is going to be really nice for my Latios. And my Charizard as well. He does get his rocks up though, which is really going to hurt my Charizard a lot. I get mine up as well, which is going to put a timer on Incineroar. At this point, I'm kind of banking on Latios being the one to win this game. I go for a knockoff there just to... It's my best move to hit with. As I can now swap into Landorus. He makes a good play of going for a facade here, but my thought process was that I would go into Landorus to click Boom anyway. Thinking that he would probably live any hit that I could go for pretty comfortably. He stays in, so I can kill off the Heracross there, which really helps my Kecleon out a lot. As I now go for a Rock Tomb to make sure that this thing is slower. I figured that this might be Scarf the entire game, so I wanted to make it slower if he killed me off here for the Latios. And now I can go for a Recover, which reveals that he is not Scarf. So that just means that I can spam Recover. He's in range of... He's unfortunately not in range of 2 rocks, which is going to be really annoying, but he does bring in the Gliscor here, as I feel like Latios is a pretty good swap in. He goes for the Rock Tomb though, which means that I cannot start setting up, unfortunately, as it means that the Incineroar will outspeed me probably, and the Uxie as well will be able to get a T-Wave off. I go for the Ice Beam there, and then expecting him to swap into something like Incineroar, I go for the Draco to ensure that I get the kill there. But he just goes into the Tapu Koko here. I have to go into Kecleon as he reveals sub, which is really unfortunate for me because I can't actually break his sub here. He goes for the Twinkle Tackle though, which does absolutely nothing. But I kind of figure that he might be Calm Mind still, and if he is, then I just lose here. So I go for a Rock Tomb to break the sub and then hope that the Latios would win. In hindsight, that was kind of a choke. I probably should have just gone for the Recover in hopes that he wasn't Calm Mind. Because as you can see here, Dazzling Gleam is able to pick me off anyway. And then Charizard, because rocks are up, I cannot live this Thunderbolt hit, even though terrain is down. So I unfortunately lose Vepsis 4-0, which basically eliminates me from bracket, which really sucks. Just investing so much emotional energy into a game only to have your Stone Edges miss and stuff like that. Really demoralizing, but obviously Vepsis is a very solid player and I wish him best of luck in bracket. I'm sure he'll be able to do really great things there and make it really far. Just a shame that I probably will not be seeing him there as well. So anyway, GG. I still have to play Shiny Sableye, so that video will be up tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys next time for that.